it's cranberry juice time. I know, right? I've so not been on the coffee train lately. Believe me, I want to be drinking coffee. I want so badly to be drinking coffee. But I've been advised by many people that I shouldn't because I'm not supposed to be drinking acidic things because it's hard on my stomach and I already have high acidity. And I'm not supposed to be drinking caffeine because it dehydrates you. And so I'm like, well, those are two things that are involved in coffee. And yes, you can have decaf coffee, but it's still acidic. Yes, you can get low acidity coffee, but it doesn't taste as good. It's just like, I'll just drink a lot of water, drink a lot of cranberry juice. So that's what I've been doing. Fortunately, I love cranberry juice. Cranberry juice is very good for you. I don't know if you knew that. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like it very much. I love cranberry juice. Anytime, like, my stomach hurts or anything else is going on all up in here, I'm like, yo, where's all my water and where are all my cranberries at? It's sad though because it's really hard to find the really intense cranberry juice, the stuff that's not from concentrate. It's just like the stuff that like makes your whole face go because it's just so intense. It's so hard to find that stuff. When you make juice at home, if ever you're like, yo, I have some cranberries lying around, I should totally make cranberry juice, be warned. Because you will need to cut that with some water or something because it is thick and it tastes so crazy. And you're just like, oh, this is so much cranberry flavor. That's how a lot of juice nonsense is. Also, I set you up for a pretty good That's What She Said. I know that a lot of you just take notes about those on this show, so there you go. I'm pointing one out for you. It's a freebie. So yeah, yesterday, not feeling good again, but it didn't have anything to do with like the coffeeness or the fluiness. It was just one of those like my stomach for whatever reason is still very sensitive. And so yeah. Keep trying to eat things that are way too intense for me. Like jalapeno chips. I was like, God, no, it sounds so good. Jalapeno chips. Worst idea ever. I don't know why I keep doing these things, but it wound up being awesome because today I woke up and I was like, all right, Allie and I are going to play hella Borderlands today and it's going to be great. And Ro was like, hey, do you want to walk to the cafe? And that way we'll get our vitamin D and we'll get a walk in and we'll get to eat. It'll be like our reward. And then we get to walk home and it's good for our metabolism. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I was like laying in, it was like out of a movie about teenagers. I was like laying in bed in the most ridiculous position. She was like, hey, you wanna come to lunch? And I was like, Mike was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Do you wanna go? And I was like, I'm really busy. And he looked in my room and just started laughing at me because he was like, what are you doing? You're just like laying in bed looking so dumb. I'm like, so I wound up walking to the diner and it was so worth it. Got a delicious taco salad. Sometimes taco salad just hits the spot. But sometimes I forget. I always say no cheese. Sometimes I forget to say no sour cream. And then the sour cream winds up on there and I'm like, oh, why is the sour cream all over the avocado? The avocado is the best part. And then I have to scrape it off of the avocado, but I lose some of the avocado and I'm like, sadness. So much extreme sadness. Then we walked home and then I played all the Borderlands. We're finally level 19. You guys, we spend so much time like combing through loot and comparing mod packs and all this other nonsense that we're just like taking forever going through this game. I have no idea how far we are in it right now, but we were looking at up until this point, we were really good about doing all of the quests, like all of them. And now, at the point in the game that we're at, suddenly there's so many side quests, and we were like, well, we'll just start all of them so that we can go through the list and figure out, which ones are most convenient, and if we're in one area, then we know all of the quests that take place in that area, and we can get it all done, blah, 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 blah. There's so many quests right now. There are so many quests. We were like, oh, ridiculous. So yeah, we played for like, what time did we start? Let me look. Let me check. It wasn't like D&D session long. Okay, guys, it wasn't like 13 plus hours, but it was. What time did I say I was back? 1 o'clock. We started at 1 o'clock and we ended at 7:30, 7:45-ish. So we got a good like 6.5 hours in. We did pretty good. Oh. And then Ro made artichokes. Oh, it was great. I love artichokes. I love artichokes. My favorite is dipping them in Italian dressing, but we didn't have any Italian dressing, so I was like, still delicious though. Especially the like heart right at the butt of it when you're just like, ah, I love it. Oh my gosh, artichokes are so good. Can't get enough. Can't get enough of those. Every single time we make them though, we forget how long to put them in for. I was hearing when I was like playing Borderlands, I was hearing Ro being like, does anybody remember how long you're supposed to cook artichokes for? Does anybody remember that? We've like done this so many times, and every time we're like, how long are you supposed to cook? I can't quite remember how long you're supposed to cook these. Like none of us can remember. Ro and I are like the only ones that eat them though, but we loves them because they are delicious. Let's see. What else is going on? We're gonna put Sherlock on a leash soon. We're gonna go on an outside adventure, and it's gonna be the best. Can't wait. He's had so much energy. We got rid of one of the couches. So Mega Couch is now just like normal couch, kind of. Although it's still kind of Mega Couchy. But we got rid of one of the couches that was in our living room, and now there's so much space in there, and Sherlock Cat has been like, what is this? He keeps like running around and sniffing everything, and I'm like, Cat, it's the same stuff. Everything is the same in here. There's just a couch missing. It's exactly the same. And he's like, what is all this? Here's a corner. I'll rub my face on it, you know? Just cat things. It's so funny. So he keeps like sitting out there. Although, I know that I've said this before, but it's so funny to me that he used to love sleeping on the black rug. Doesn't like sleeping on the cream rug. Hates it. Everybody's always like, cats can't tell what color things are. It's just a coincidence. And I'm like, yeah, but they can see hues, right? Or like shades. I don't know. 50 shades, if you will, of gray, perhaps. There's something in my eye right now, and it's driving me nuts. I don't know if you keep seeing me like, oh. That's why. Because there's like a thing. There's a thing going on in my eye right now. Yo. You in there? If you in there, you should leave. That's how I feel. Yeah, that's all that's been going on with me. I'm gonna get this out of my eye. I know that, again, I'm stopping before 10 minutes, but I'm gonna get, it's just like in there, it's just like hanging out, and it's driving me nuts. But, I hope that you guys had an awesome day and an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah!